Today I'm going to talk about how to let go of the things that you need to let go of in order to heal from trauma. So I have a box here. This box is going to represent your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is responsible for a lot of things. So it is responsible for keeping your body alive and, pumping blood through your veins, breathing while you're sleeping, everything that you're not consciously doing, the subconscious mind is responsible for doing for you. It also stores your personality traits. It also stores your experiences, both good and bad. And it also stores your childhood trauma and the emotions that you have been repressing from your childhood trauma. So it would be great if we could just kind of wipe out our subconscious altogether, but it doesn't really work that way, because if you did completely wipe out the subconscious, you'd be dead. So there is some work involved in getting the trauma out, and that's just the reality of it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and say that it's easy and it's fun and games. It's not. It is difficult to do this at first, but it gets easier. And the more you do it, the lighter you start to feel. So your emotions won't weigh so heavy on you once you get used to feeling them. So we're gonna go into this box and we're gonna pick something out that needs to be released. So the best way that I have figured out how to explain this is that the only way to let go of whatever is in your subconscious is to hold it first. Because how do you even know what you need to let go of if it's not right in front of you? You can't just let go of something in here without looking at it, because you don't know what you're letting go of. So there's things that you don't necessarily want to let go, because again, your subconscious mind is you. And we can't just throw this in the garbage, because then you'd be throwing yourself in the garbage, and that just doesn't even make sense. So you have to hold the thing that is in here that you need to let go of in order to let go of it. So let's pick something out. Fear. So fear is something that has been stored in your subconscious mind, and when you pick out an emotion, you might not even know where the emotion is coming from. And it doesn't matter where the emotion is coming from as long as that emotion gets expressed. How do we express fear? Well, journaling is a great way. If you are journaling about your fear, just start writing about what you're afraid of. What's going to happen to you if you feel the fear? And you're gonna notice eventually that nothing bad is gonna happen to you if you feel your fear. And you're gonna feel the fear in your body. You might feel it in your chest, you might feel it in your throat, you might feel your blood pressure rising, and that's completely okay. I'm literally telling you it's okay to feel these things physically in your body, because emotions are more physical than people give them credit for. Allow yourself to feel the fear, and once you have felt it, it doesn't have to go back in the box, and then your box gets lighter, and then that's one less thing that you have to worry about. But the thing is, it is so much easier to pick something out of the box and say, no, let's just put that back in there. But that is actually doing you more harm than feeling the fear for a couple of minutes and allowing it to run its course. Emotions don't even last that long in your body, to be honest. And I didn't believe this at first until I started actually doing the work and fully feeling my emotions. I noticed that once I invited it in and I sat with the emotion and I felt my blood pressure rising and I felt my heart beating faster, I realized that, first of all, nothing bad is happening to me. And second of all, it's starting to go away. So that is how we let go. You have to take it out of the box, you have to hold it, you have to experience it, and then it does not go back in the box, it goes away. And then the box is lighter, there's less things in here, you're in less pain, you feel less anxiety, and your life slowly starts to change for the better. Now, I will warn you, you don't want to go through every single thing in the box all at once, because first of all, that's not possible. Second of all, if you do this really quickly, you might not even know who you are at some point, so I don't recommend doing it. If journaling twice a day is helping you, then that's great. If you have to do journaling once a day because twice a day is just too much for you, that's okay too. The point is you have to stick to a consistent schedule and do it regularly enough for you to make lasting changes and rebuild neural pathways so that these things don't bother you as much as they did. And eventually you'll notice you get triggered less. You're in less pain, you have less anxiety, and that's amazing. But the thing is, you do have to do this work. You do have to go into your subconscious mind and figure out what's in there, because you can't just pick something randomly and say like, okay, this, I don't know what it is, but I'm letting go of it. It doesn't work that way. As the subconscious mind gets lighter and more things start being let go, it gets easier. And sometimes once you hit a certain point in your healing journey and you're super comfortable with releasing the traumas and releasing the repressed emotions, it is kind of cool because you start to wonder, okay, what am I going to uncover today? And it's like an adventure almost. But that's not how it feels at first. At first, it's absolutely terrifying, and that's completely normal. It's just getting through it, knowing that you're safe while you're doing it. They say that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. You don't grow when you're comfortable. It's uncomfortable to do this work. It's uncomfortable to do something different, but there's no growth in comfort.